What's going on, guys? TTO here. I apologize for not making a video in over a week. Just had a lot of real life stuff happening, but hopefully I can start uploading 2 to 3 times a week from now and daily again in September, hopefully. Thank you guys for all the support though in the Discord. We're at 10,000 members, so we've been killing it. I really do appreciate it, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit a like if you're going to tell any of these plays. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 MLB plays for today. Today is August 5th. So let's just get straight into it pretty much. Real quick before we get into the picks, if you're interested in getting my full slips every single month, every single day of every single month, you get complete just prize picks, underdog, and sleeper slips for every single sport or esport that I play. I post every single slip that I personally play. You also get sportsbook bets for sports and esports every single day, and VIP only live streams, watch parties, VIP only giveaways, VIP only chats. We have a ton of fun in there. I do giveaways at least once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes these are like $500 giveaways to like 20 different people, 10 different people. Sometimes it's just, hey, I'm buying 5 people lunch today. I'm gonna send 5 people 20 bucks. Really just depends on the day. I also do giveaways for general chat as well if you're not in the VIP though. But for $20 a month, I highly recommend it. Plenty of opportunities to make your money back in there. I also do want to say we've had since I think we're in the 12th month right now since I've started my premium. 11 months in, we have 10 months that have been profitable. Some of them only like 4 or 5 units profit. Some of them 100+ units profit. But only 1 month has been negative, and it was like minus 20 units or something similar to that. So we have been killing it. I do appreciate all the support on there, and if you're looking for a way to support me, that's the easiest way. It's been 2 minutes in already. I do apologize, but let's get into it. If you're new to PrizePicks, Underdog, or Sleeper, use my code TTL. You'll get 2 weeks free of that premium. And then let's get into the picks. So first of all, I love Aaron Savell under 5 strikeouts versus Detroit today. Used to be on the Guardians, now he's on the Rays. We'll take a look at our partners, Outlier.bet. I already have it set to strikeouts. You can use my link for them in the comments below as well for a free week. And we'll look for Savell. Okay. At under 5.5, so to at least push this 5 line, he's stayed at 5 or below in 10 out of his 13 starts this season, which is a 77% hit rate. Over his last 5, he's hit 5 or below in 4 out of 5. Last 10, 7 out of 10. A lot of the Detroit players have good strikeout rates versus him and do not strike out versus him, like Torkelson, Ibanez, Cabrera, Rogers, all that. They have 20% or less K rates versus Aaron. So definitely love taking this under today. This is one of my top picks of the day, and I'm going to pair this with a few other plays as well. I also do really like Ross Stripling under 4.5. This one's a little bit iffy just because it is versus Oakland, and the Athletics, they strike out a lot. We'll actually just go ahead and pull this up. There it is. We'll go ahead and pull this up, but they are 24th out of 30th for most strikeouts per game, averaging over 9 strikeouts per game, averaging around 8 strikeouts per game over their last 3. So they do strike out a lot, but at 4.5 strikeouts for this pitcher, don't really love it. I like that under here. We can see the under 4.5 is around minus 120 on average odds, minus 130. And on the season, he stayed under 4.5 strikeouts. He's had 10 starts. He stayed under in 8 out of 10 of those starts. He got 5 versus Houston and 6 versus Pittsburgh. But other than that, even versus teams that strike out a lot, like the Phillies and the Brewers, he got 3 strikeouts, 2 strikeouts, 2, 3, 2, 3. Usually he doesn't go over that 3 strikeout mark. And I really like this matchup for them not to strike out versus him necessarily. So I do like taking this under as well. I also really like Alec Marsh over 4.5 strikeouts. He hasn't had too many starts this year. He's versus the Phillies, who strike out a ton. They're even worse than Oakland. 25th of 30th, averaging 9.2 strikeouts per game, averaging 9.33 strikeouts per game over their last 3. And when we take a look at Alec Marsh, we can see over 4.5 strikeouts is around -125, -130 odds. And when we take a look at the season, he's had 5 starts this season, and in 3 out of 5, he's went over this number. And the 2 losses, he got 3 strikeouts each, and this was versus the Yankees and the Guardians. Guardians are literally #1 in the league for least amount of strikeouts per game, and then the Yankees are number 10. So these are both versus good teams that just do not strike out often. And we can see the Phillies, they've never went against Alec Marsh. We don't really have data for them, but versus right-handed pitchers, a lot of these batters have 20+% K rates, 25%, 30%. So definitely love this look for him, and I love that he should be able to get this 4.5 mark quite easily. If he goes a full 6 innings, definitely. Really just depends. Hopefully his pitch count stays low and we do get the full 6 innings. But love this place for him, and I'm locking this one in with confidence as well. Next, I have Michael Kopech, and I have him under 5 strikeouts versus the Guardians. As I just mentioned, the Guardians are ranked 1 in the league for least amount of strikeouts per game, averaging under 7 strikeouts per game and averaging exactly 7 strikeouts per game over their last 3. His line's 5. It's already close enough to where I would never want to take that over. But then when we take a look as well, we can see that under, okay, so you can't really see on Outlier.bet, it doesn't show you the alt lines yet, so I can't check 5.5 to see the under. But we can take a look at under 4.5 for the 2023 season. We can see a lot of these games, he's had 5 strikeouts on the dot. So when we actually look at that, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 13 of 20. So that would be a 65% rate where he's had 5 or less strikeouts per game. So 65% of the games this season, he's had 65% or less. Over his last 10, I mean, he's had 5 Ks or less. Over his last 10, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10. So 70% of his last 10 games, he's had 5 or less strikeouts. And recently, he's just not got many strikeouts. Last game versus Cleveland, he let up 5 runs. I'm not sure if he let up the 5 runs or not, but Cleveland had 5 runs, and he only had 2 strikeouts. So definitely love this. We can see his strikeouts per 9 go from 9.5 to 8.2 versus Cleveland. And it's just not a good look for him. We can see that Cleveland versus Michael Kopech also do not strike out very often. So love this spot for his under, and I'm just going to take that with confidence. And my last play, the 5th play to make this a 5 pick, is just a flex play. I would not play this at all in a power play. It's more so just so I have 5 picks, and I don't really love much else on the board. But currently, because there's not much on the board right now, it's mainly just strikeouts, is Corbin Burnes over 7.5. This may get bumped down, it may get bumped up, it may stay at 7.5 the whole day, who knows. But the odds of it are favored for the over. So when we look at Corbin Burnes, we can see over 7.5 is around -135 odds. And when we look at his last 10 games, it's not terrible. It's kind of 50-50. But when we look at his 2023, it's going to look terrible, guys. When we look at his 2023, he's hit this in 6 of 22 starts this season. Now, I will say he started the season off really bad with just 3 strikeouts. 3, 3, 5, 5, 5. He had a lot of close games after that. 7, 7, 7, 7. Even when he went over 8, 8, 9. He was really close. And then recently we've had 2 double-digit games versus some pretty bad teams like the Reds or the Phillies. Last game he got 5 versus the Washington. But today he is versus the Pirates, who strike out quite often. They are 18th of 30th, averaging almost 9 strikeouts per game, averaging over 9.33 strikeouts per game over their last 3. And I just like this spot for him. When we take a look at the Pirates versus Corbin Burnes, there's not too many at-bats, but we can see 33%, 25, 33, 16, 29, 25. Like, a lot of them have really bad rates versus right-handed pitchers as well, with a lot of them 42, 21, 36, 22, 25, 31, 32, 29, 29. So as long as he pitches a full 6 innings, I see him getting this. We can see that his strikeouts per 9 is right around 9, which would have him technically, his stats would show for this season that he would need 7.5 innings to get 7.5 strikeouts. But I don't necessarily believe that. I think that he can. I think he can get 7.5 strikeouts. I think he can get 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. I think he could have 8 strikeouts in like 4 innings, 5 innings, possibly. Corbin Burnes is one of those pitchers that was like considered one of the GOATs. He's like up there with like Scherzer, Garrett Cole, all that. And this season, he's just been performing terribly. I haven't checked his 2022 stats. 2022, you can see he had a ton of double-digit games. But 2023, he's just not been there. He's not been as good as last season. So hopefully we can get another double-digit strikeout game right here versus the Pirates. It's a good bounce-back spot from him after going against the Nationals last game. I see him getting at least 7. I'm just not sure if he can push over. So that's mainly why it's a flex play, and mainly just because this is what his chart looks like. So do be wary that I'm not playing this in a bunch of slips. It's not like I'm just pushing this in so many 2 picks or anything like that. I'm mainly just playing this in this 5 pick, and that's it. So thank you guys for listening to all my analysis. Again, we have Savelle under 5, Stripling under 4.5, Marsh over 4.5, Kopech under 5, and Burnes over 7.5. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support lately. Go sign up to that Patreon. Sign up to Underdog, Sleeper, PrizePicks. Using code TTL, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100 for free, and you get 2 free weeks of my premium picks. So it's basically a win-win scenario. You deposit $100, get $200, and then go join the premium for 2 weeks for free. So free, win-win, and I'll see you guys in the Discord.